everybody, welcome back to another video. So I thought I'd try a new kind of vlogging style where I kind of just talk over what I did because I've realized that a lot of the clips in my vlogs are so random and have like no logic behind it, and I can feel like it's super not cohesive. So I'm gonna try to just explain some of the bizarre things I do, and yeah. So first here is me studying. It's a time lapse. Pretty boring because my life is pretty boring. So after school, I usually come right back home. I sprint inside the house and just start my homework or do some exercising. But I had to film the rain today because it so rarely rains, and rain is just so amazing. But I only like rain when I'm in the comfort of my own home because I just like to open the window and look outside at all of the rain droplets hitting the pavement. It's such a vibe, guys. I love the rain. It's so cozy. But only if I'm inside. Otherwise, it's too soggy. Now I'm going to study some AP Art History. This is honestly my most time consuming class. Everything in this class is just so difficult for me. It's tons of memorization, but also kind of understanding and trying to connect stuff, and it just makes my brain hurt sometimes. But for dinner, my mom made udon, and honestly, I love udon and like udon broth. It's so relaxing and it makes me feel so like refreshed. I also usually eat like strawberries or other fresh vegetables on the side because it's such a good blend. Like just to have a variety of things, it makes you really think about how much food there is. Now I'm going to study some English. This class I'm in, which is AP Literature, is honestly pretty difficult and time consuming. Not as much as art history, I think, but it still requires a lot of routine because we have assigned readings every day. So if you don't keep up with them and have a routine for yourself, you'll literally fall behind. This is why for second semester senior year, which is notorious for being the slack off semester, I've been trying to keep it together. But that means relying on Spark Notes or lit charts, which I often do in my videos, like right now. So this is actually the next day. I'm heading out to school once again. Honestly, it's been a rough week, and I usually just go to the park after school with my family to exercise. But today also happened to be pretty rainy, so we couldn't really do much. So we ended up going to Lee's Sandwiches after once the rain cleared up. And I didn't really get a sandwich, it was just like a baguette, but the baguettes are so fresh. I always love the sky after it rains. The clouds are always so puffy and it's just so Pinterest worthy. Look at those clouds, guys, straight out of a postcard. So it's the next day and I'm on the way to school once again. It's the start of a new week and that means, tons of new work. At the beginning of every week, I'm so motivated and I feel like I can do anything and I'm so on top of everything. But by Wednesday, my motivation plummets and hits rock bottom and I literally don't want to do anything and it's pretty tough. So I have to make a to-do list every day. I usually use Notion and just write down a list of things I have to do. Before, I was relying way too much on my memory, and honestly, that gets you through middle school, elementary school, but in high school, that just didn't fly. So right now, I have my codex out and I'm working on art history again. So the AP test is coming up in a couple of weeks. And I'm not taking the test for this class, thank goodness, because I feel like I would definitely fail. I did sign up for 2 other ones, which are Gov and Econ, and honestly, I don't think I'm that prepared for those either. So, honestly, probably gonna fail those and get the lowest score. I just don't feel like studying, to be honest. I feel like I haven't absorbed any information. So I'm back at school again. It's been really weird because the weather's been on and off, crazy cold, crazy hot, and I don't know how to dress every day. One day I'm wearing a t-shirt, the next I'm wearing a thick furry jacket, so I don't know when the weather's gonna level out. After school on weekdays, I don't go to the park. I just walk around in my backyard, and since it was so windy, a lot of leaves were flying all over the yard. But once again, an aesthetic shot of the clouds. For dinner, my mom made quinoa, and she put so many amazing things inside, and soup here. Honestly, such a cleansing meal. I love quinoa so much. It's so delicious, especially when there's artichoke in it. Here's some dessert. I had some cream puffs and strawberries and blueberries. Honestly, the inside was so frozen because it was in the freezer. This is the start of another day, which means more work. And here's a little get ready with me segment. Honestly, my routine isn't like anything special. It's pretty sloppy. It's hit or miss too. Like it's not the same every day. I mean, I brush my teeth every day and stuff. But some days I'm just more lazy than others, and that shows. For lunch, my mom made a ham and cheese sandwich. I usually eat right after school. So this is actually the next day, kind of during school. Haven't gone home yet, so I'm eating a little snack and doing some more, you guessed it guys, art history, because there's just so much work to do. And like I said with English, you need a routine, and the same applies for this class, because I'm honestly always falling behind. But since there aren't really set due dates, I always procrastinate. Like I feel like there's no push to do it, but when the deadline does come, which is like, maybe once every month, 2 months, it all hits me. Right now, we're working on postmodern and international modernism, and honestly, I'm so lost. After school, my mom and I went to TJ Maxx. I haven't been here in a long time, and I used to come here like every day in the summer when I was younger, so it felt really nostalgic, but not at the same time because so many of the items are just so much different than they were before. My favorite was this garden gnome. I really liked the hat. These were also really cool. I ended up getting this roller for my face. I've been hearing a lot about how it helps drain your eyes or whatever. So I was like, OMG, I need that because my dark circles are so bad now. But there were also these cute Disney Tupperware things, and the designs on these are always so awesome, but this one was just straight up creepy, guys. I also like looking at all the mugs, especially the Disney ones, because I love Disney. There were also these really cute, like, Pusheen and Cinnamoroll themed lip balms and, like, eyeshadow palettes. After we went to a different store to return some items, and I love looking at all the wall paintings in the back of the store. For dinner, we got Korean food. I had the hot stone bibimbap. It was really spicy. Then we went to Sprouts to pick up some more blueberries. I'm obsessed with these blueberries because they're so juicy and they're not too sweet. They're more like watery, but they're really good. Afterwards, we went to Salvation Army. This is my first time coming here, and I honestly really liked it. It felt really cozy, and all the items were super unique. Like, there was just such a large diversity of items, and there were also bikes, but they were super expensive for some reason. But they looked like they were in good condition. And I really like these little sculptures. They're so, like, aesthetic, you know what I mean? That's pretty much it for this vlog. This is just a random screenshot of a game I play called Usagi Shima. It's really relaxing. You should definitely try it. But I got sidetracked. But thanks for watching this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for my next vlog.